From our time running the port, it is pretty easy to see that this type of lifestyle is not for the faint of heart, and only the tough-natured individuals will be the ones strong enough for the open seas. Well, that is at least until the introduction of the Convict. True name Marcus Fine, and alias Horatio Waxenwing, to add a little bit of chaos to the mix. With a skill requirement of 90 thieving, Horatio burst into the player's office, a criminal on the run for committing thefts and for causing the death of a woman. The player begins to call forth his guards to make the arrest, but Horatio holds his ground, accusing the player of hypocrisy, seeing as they are legend among those in the criminal underworld. Reluctantly, the player backs off and Horatio asks for passage to Haiji, where he hopes that the local sea orphans will accept him into their community. Horatio sends a letter back to port, with its contents speaking to his success in integrating with them, and they seem to view him with a great curiosity, and so he has begun to teach them his skills. Also in the letter, Horatio provides some more context to the dilemma he finds himself in, saying he actually is on the run from his ex-girlfriend's father. He had been involved with her, but when he moved on, she took it so badly that she threw herself off of Falador Castle, and now her father blames him. Upon his eventual return to port, Horatio brings some dire news. The man pursuing him knows of his location, although Horatio is one step ahead, as he already sent another letter to this person saying that the sea orphans are under his command, and that a battle will commence if his pursuit is not halted. The player realizes that the sea orphans are clearly not soldiers, and would get slaughtered if attacked, so his hands were tied, and so he sent ships to protect the village. Upon their next encounter, the player is once again eager to kick Horatio out of the port, but his manipulation runs deep. Suspecting the worst, Horatio already had a blackmail scheme set up, setting a plan in motion to send a letter to the White Knights, accusing the player of murdering several off-duty knights, that is, if Horatio is not around to prevent the letter from being mailed. Horatio comments on his diabolical deeds. It reads,
"A pleasure, as always. Oh, please don't take my blackmailing to heart. Let's put this White Knight business behind us. They're dead now, that's all that matters. We're still friends. I'm useful to you."
Afterwards, Horatio comes back into the office, telling of his compassion for the sea orphans, although his worry is palpable due to the fact that they are disappearing in the dead of night. Whether being killed or kidnapped, the player lends a ship so that he can go and conduct an investigation, and upon his return, he tells us that these sea orphans are being kidnapped by mercenaries, working with a silent partner, to which he first suspects to be the soothsayers, but actually put the blame on a Khan named Tubjub, who lives in a town on the other end of the island. He believes that Tubjub is the middleman who is harvesting their organs and selling them to the soothsayers. Both Horatio and the player agree to put an end to this. Horatio decides to expose the Khan of Haiji, who is selling the sea orphan body parts to the occultist. The Khan had hired elite mercenaries, known as the Lost Men, so Horatio sought the best illusionist in the Wishenko Isles, a mysterious figure known as the Clay Mistress, who he convinced to disguise as one of the Lost Men. Horatio then proceeds to expose Tubshub to the Council of Khans and his own subjects, forcing the Khan to flee. Although they were able to nullify the situation momentarily, the player receives news that Tubshub and the Lost Men have garnered even more of a force than previously, and were now mounting a raid against the sea orphans. This time, Horatio wants to blast them with gunpowder, to which he successfully pulls off. The explosives had reduced Tubshub and the Lost Men into a fine red mist, leaving little to no trace of their influence. The explosion also attracted the Haiji's council, who asked Horatio to become the new Khan of the Sea Orphans. Becoming the new Khan, Horatio no longer needs the player's protection, since attacking a Khan will provoke others to fight, giving him diplomatic immunity, and thus bids the player farewell. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you back here for more RuneScape lore. RuneScape. Forever.